What's up guys, this is actually Chester here. You guys are watching our channel right here at Chester and Music. So today we are actually going to be taking a look, not really taking a look per se, but today is going to be one of my first few times working on this kind of thing. It's gonna be about a few thoughts and feelings I have about the Baby Taylor. You can actually watch that video up here or here. I don't know whether the mirror is yeah, you get what I mean. So that video was actually published when after I got it and I went to perform a setup on it. So that was about it. But now today is actually more of a thoughts and feelings I have about the guitar. One thing I realized about this Baby Taylor, the Taylor Swift edition, is that it looks good. Alright, you gotta give it that. It looks really good. Okay, but because the price is low, right? I think I mentioned this in the previous video. Okay, you can watch it if you are not too familiar with it. But one thing I really mentioned about it is that you really have to send it for a proper setup immediately. No doubts about it. Yeah, so either you can do it yourself if you know how, or if you're not sure, just send it to a professional luthier. They will do it for you. Just make sure the setup is very good, because the thing with this kind of guitars, right, one of the ways to save cost is actually to not pay too much attention to how precise each frets are. So what do I mean by that? If let's say for example the third fret, it is 0.2 millimeters higher in relative to the rest, the problem is that it will cause your other frets to buzz, because it is too high, so that the rest are like it's out of whack. And then also the bridge, the saddle, for example, the height of the saddle, it needs to be sanded as well. Not sand it all the way lah, but you have to sand it optimally so that the overall action of the guitar is not too high. I mean, that's what Taylors are proud for, right? Is playability. Yeah, and there's more other things. So you gotta make sure that your setup is very good. So what I did for mine was I actually sanded down the saddle a little bit. I changed the pins to rosewood. Rosewood pins are more bass here, so the overall guitar has a bit more bass in that. But I decided I changed the strings, of course, but I used the same model, so it's still the Elixir Fossil Bronze NanoWeb Gauge 12. That's for the strings, because I tried using polywebs, but it sounds like a $200 guitar, so no. Yeah, I wanted the resonance of the guitar lah. That's one of the first few things I did immediately. Alright, so when I'm restringing the guitar, because it's such a short scale and everything, I actually increase the number of wounds around the machine head. So before you cut off the time when you're stringing it, give it a bit more longer. What I'm doing is I'm actually making it tie more, so that it becomes the tension is slightly increased. But remember, not too much, right? Just slightly increased. So I'm guessing that because it's increased a bit of tension, so that the tuning can hold it there, rather than just play for 2 songs and then it goes out of tune and everything. The first week that you own this guitar, right, you need to pay attention to it. Okay, it's gonna move. Alright, the action is gonna move, the neck is gonna move in the first week, because it is still adjusting to the type of humidity in your house or wherever you store it. So you gotta be careful about it every day. You gotta adjust the action about it if you need to, and just gotta make sure that it is good, that the intonation, everything is good, because it will shift in the first week. I'm blown away by the pickup. Alright, the ESB is awesome. Like if you're not sure, right, you can actually check my unboxing video of it. Like the comparison is real, man. Like when you hear it through the mic itself, it's like yeah. But when you hear it through the pickup, it's amazing. Like this, from a $500, it can sound like a $1,000 guitar. It's that good. Alright, so they really done some trickery on their end. They also was I changed the top strap pin to strap lock. So because the thing is, you can't change here, because this is basically the end pin of that is basically the input jack, so you cannot modify it. So I've actually put a strap lock on one side, so at least at least if I play halfway and the strap decides to nope, yeah, at least I can have some form of control rather than the whole guitar just drop. Because trust me, you will not feel good when your guitar drops, alright? It's like your heart will just break right there and then. And it takes a very long time to heal. I sound like I just came off a breakup. Okay, so yeah, so also one thing about these compact guitars is that because of the reduced distance, right, between the frets, because it's a shorter scale, so it's actually quite easy to play. Like for example, if I want to play, like let's say a John Mayer one, you know. Yeah, it's not that difficult to play. Yeah, it's actually a bit, it makes your life a bit easier. So not only good for beginners, but actually for more advanced players, it's good. Like if let's say you're learning a very difficult song, John Mayer, if you're learning a very difficult song, using a guitar like this can actually make it easier to start first. Then after you gain like the control of it, then you move back to a full size, and then you realize that it's much faster to learn. Alright, hey, don't be lazy. After you learn this, please go and continue learning on your full size, okay? Don't get used to the shorter scale. Otherwise, when you go to a full scale, you die. Okay. Another con about this guitar is that because it is physically not so big, right? It has a limited headroom. So what do I mean by headroom? Meaning that there's only so hard you can strum on it before it starts to break up. Break up meaning clip or distort. How do you distort the guitar? I don't do it because but basically when you strum the guitar so hard until the body of the guitar is not available to give you more. So what you're going to hear more is the ta 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 sound, the sound of the pick hitting the strings. And in most cases that is actually undesirable, and when you actually plug it in, right, that tak 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 sound actually gets amplified, and it can actually be quite annoying, especially if your sound man is not equipped well enough to deal with this kind of situation. So in most cases the soundman will just down your volume, which is bad because you like all EQ nicely already and then it just drops, so it sounds like you just stop playing altogether. So that's what I mean by a limited headroom. So one way to get around that is that you gotta be alert, you gotta be aware when you're playing, right? You gotta tell yourself that this is not my standard guitar, right? This is not my full size guitar. I cannot go ham on it. You have to be disciplined in strumming, alright? And don't strum with your arms, man. Just use your wrists as much as possible. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, that is just some of my thoughts of the Baby Taylor after using it for about 3+ weeks or so. So what are your thoughts of the Baby Taylor? If let's say you own a Baby Taylor as well, it can be a mahogany one, it can be the Koa one, it doesn't matter. If you own it, right, put in the comment section, what are your thoughts and feelings about it after using it for a while? Yeah, alright. If not, then I suppose that will be the end of our video of this thoughts and feelings of the Baby Taylor 3 weeks in. Yeah, gotta come up with a better name for that. Anyway, like this video if you like it, subscribe to this channel if you enjoyed it. We are having more videos and more content for you guys to enjoy. So please support us, subscribe to us if you can, right? So that's all for today. I'm Chester. See you guys.